Okay, so here's how it goes. Here's how it plays out, alright? We did a review for the Vapor House in Lytle, Texas. Alright, they gave me a juice called Euphoria. Alright, now you see this in the previous video, you know it's only been maybe like a week or so. Maybe, if that. Alright, now, I was getting the blueberry flavor off of this with a hint of melon. And don't get me wrong, the only time you ever see my face is when I'm doing something or when something happens, something changes, or you'll see my face on a video like this when something changes. I mean, to where I need to put my face up, because most of the time you want to see the product. You don't want to see my face. You want to see my face, you'd be asking me to do vlog videos or something. Alright, well, anyways, here's how it goes down. I had it in the dripper. I was dripping it. I was still getting the same blueberry flavor. I mean, quite a bit. I mean, the house smelled up like blueberries, all that. It smelled nice. Okay. Now, I threw it in a tank. Tank wasn't exactly telling me blueberry. Became an all-day vape because I like the flavor of it. Yes, I like the flavor a lot, don't get me wrong. But I still wasn't getting the flavor profile that they told me it was. Now, this could be because taste buds were refreshing or what have you. But it is what it is. Okay? Not always does one get a flavor from the flavor profile that the juice is supposed to be. Okay? Or sometimes one part in that juice stands out more than the other. I was getting the melon, but like I said, it tasted like cantaloupe or honeydew or something else, so I wasn't quite too sure. Okay, so when my orchid tank came in, which is this one here, okay, I put it in the orchid after I built it and all that, threw some cotton in it, fresh cotton at that, threw it in, vaped it, and I've been vaping it for like the past 10 minutes, and I actually got the flavor profile that they told me it was. Now, that being said, it is a watermelon frost. The frost is like a light mint or something like that, or it's like a minty flavor, for those of you who don't know what frost is. Okay, but still, I'm not getting that high frost like you would say, like from like, you know, a menthol flavor or something like that. It's not strong, it's not pronounced like that. It blends well with the watermelon, which is the melon in the profile that the juice is. It's a watermelon frost. Alright, now, that being said, does it produce vapor? Yeah, it does. But the reason why it's not producing a ton of vapor like it would on a dripper, or like it would on my other tank, the Aspire Atlantis tank, is because the Orchid tank, okay, doesn't have that huge airflow that a lot of the other tanks have, and some of the drippers have, to where you get tons of vapor. It doesn't have that airflow. The airflow on the Orchid is more mute, more pulled back. Okay, now the Orchid I bought from another vendor. Sorry, Joe, it happens. You didn't have the Orchid when I came in, and I was looking for it. I found it. I picked it up someplace else. You know, and the last time I was in, you didn't have the Orchid either. But I did buy another juice from her. Yeah, another one of her house lines. Okay, which I'll review later. But that one tastes exactly what the profile says it is. And it produces good vapor, everything. Even on the dripper, that one did real good. I mean, did outstanding. I nailed it right away. I knew right away what it was. But this one, it took me a while. And then once I got it on the Orchid, it was like, bam. The only thing is, the Orchid produces a warm vape. If you're not into warm vapes, the Orchid tank is not for you. Okay. But if you're into flavor, by all means, the Orchid tank is for you. Think of it as like back in the day, if you ever owned a K-Fun and you remember that flavor you got from the K-Fun and it was just mouth-watering terrific, or if you had the Russian 91%, which was kind of like the K-Fun but not exactly, and the flavor was a little bit different, but the air was more open and you got more vapor as well as flavor. This is kind of more like on the K-Fun end than the Russian 91% end. Alright? And that being said, you get more flavor out of it. And when you get more flavor out of it, rather than vapor, you know, it tells you what the profile is. So if ever you have trouble figuring out a profile, use an Orchid. An Orchid will tell you right off. Now, they're a pain in the butt to fill, yeah, because they're bottom fill. Unless you buy the cap that goes on the top that has the 2 holes and all that. You know, you still need a needle tip bottle to fill it anyway, either which way you go. But this one is bottom fill. I haven't gotten the top cap for it. I'm not going to order the top cap for it. I'm going to keep it the way it is. And whenever I have trouble discerning a flavor with a dripper, which I have 2 more drippers coming in, because I'm thinking maybe the dripper had some play with it and I wasn't exactly getting the flavor, or I needed to change the buildup. And I'm not going to build super low ohm on a K-Box because the K-Box will only go down to 0.4. It won't go down to 0.2 or 0.1. That's going to have to wait until I get another device in. And I'm not going to do a 0.1, a 0.2 on a mech mod. I'll go as low as 0.3, yeah. But no lower than a 0.3 on a mech. Because there you're just playing with battery safety. And I'm not going to risk myself for 5 seconds of fame or 5 minutes of fame on a juice. I'm not going to risk the health of my mech mod. I'm not going to risk the health of my battery for that. And Joe, I know you understand this. Now just remember, the Vapor House is located in Lytle, Texas on Main Street. It's located across from Pirates Cove in that new little shopping center they put in there inside the old barn that used to be part of the peanut factory. For those of you that know Lytle very well, know exactly where I'm talking about. Okay? And they cleared the lot next to it for overflow parking off to the other side, to the north side of it on Main Street. It's going to be the salvage yard, which is owned by Mr. Hack. Excellent gentleman. Wonderful person. Done business with him for years. But that being said, it's all about Europa. Now the hiss you hear is the airflow on the tank. That's how tight it is. It actually sounds like that when you draw deep, and it does tend to get to be a bit warm. But for a watermelon frost, it is an excellent vape. It was an all-day vape for a long time. It'll probably be an all-day vape today, maybe tomorrow, and then I'll be out of it. I will have ran out. The thing is remember, taste is suggestive, and if I don't get the flavor profile right, believe you me, you will see a video like this with my face and telling you, hey, look, flavor profile was this. I got this before up front because taste is suggestive, and you will get the actual flavor profile of what it is. Whether I figure it out or not, I will tell you that I wasn't able to figure it out. But that's what we call being straight up, being straight to the point. And this way, you guys know that taste is suggestive. Doesn't always, it's not always what it looks like. And this is getting to be a bit long. It's 9 minutes and almost 10 minutes long. So anyways, Johnny Fly 69 always says, it doesn't matter what you're vaping. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter how you vape. As long as you're vaping and not smoking, not lighting up tobacco products, you'll live longer, you'll breathe easier, your blood pressure will go down, and most importantly, live happy and be happy. And don't forget to stop by the vape house, especially if you're a new customer and you see this and you're curious what it is. Tell Joe that Johnny Fly 69 says hi. Okay? That's the vape house. It's on Main Street. It's almost straight across from Pirates Cove. You know where they used to put up that little snow cone shack or whatever? Right there in front of that old building, that old white building that kind of looks like a small little tiny church. Yeah, straight across from that. Can't miss it. All right, you guys have a good one. Have fun. Stay safe. And most importantly, live happy, be happy, and vape on.